Alrighty, well, it's that point in the show, you guessed it, it's time for the news and updates. Now, we've got a lot to get through here, folks, so bear with me. Now, I am not going to read out every single date and announcement and stuff that has been coming out from RSPBA at a branch level here in Northern Ireland, but also from a headquarters level. There's just so much, and I would urge you to go along to their own respective websites where the full information and up-to-date information is currently available. Now, we've seen announcements from RSPBA Northern Ireland saying that our season will kick off here in Northern Ireland on the 16th of April with the Ulster Solos at Lisnagarvey High School. Now, 16th of April, yeah, that's only around the corner, not that long from now. And as a result, actually, we've seen an announcement not too long after that to say that the RSPBA Northern Ireland have now released the syllabus for the Ulster Solos and that they will hopefully be opening the entries for the Ulster Solos hopefully within the coming weeks. So if you are interested in taking part in the Ulster Solos, go and check the RSPBA Northern Ireland website for all of your playing requirements, and the door for the entry forms and that will hopefully open very soon. We also seen that the season runs all the way through from the 16th of April through to the 17th of September, so it's quite a long season this year. And that includes as well 2 festival dates where there aren't competitions, they're festivals, which honestly I'm a fan of. I think it's a fantastic idea. And they're wrapping up the season on the 17th of September with the All-Ireland Solos again returning to Lisnagarvey High School. So we're starting the season off on the 16th of April, Ulster Solos in the Lisnagarvey High School, and we're finishing it off 17th of September in Lisnagarvey High School, again with the All-Irelands. So, like I said, I'm not going to read the full dates here because there's so many, but yeah, suffice to say, I'm sure we will be talking more about the upcoming competitions as the season unfolds now from the 16th of April. There you are. Now, I also have to talk about the dates, of course, from our own headquarters. I will talk about those because they're the majors. They put out a release there not too long ago on their website telling people that work is going on behind the scenes, preparatory work with various contracts and event licenses, all of that sort of stuff, meeting with promoters, event teams, all of that stuff. It's all happening at the moment. Our own headquarters staff are furiously busy behind the scenes and preparing for our first major championship, which of course will be in Greenock for the British Championships on the 21st of May. We're then heading to Lurgan for the UK's on the 11th of June. 25th of June then we're heading to the Euros in Inverness. The 30th of July for the Scottish, of course. Possibly one of my favourites in Dumbarton. That's my favourite because it's the last chance bands have to have a real dig at each other ahead of the big game. The World Championships, of course, 12th and 13th of August in sunny Glasgow. Now, as far as our major championship entry forms and all of that, I think they will be posted on the website, made available for everyone for completion, along, a band and drum major entries will all be up there. So my advice really for all of these competitions for folks here in the UK is to check your own respective branch's website. Full information on there about how to get your entries in and your playing requirements, your gradings, blah, blah, blah. It's all up there. I could honestly spend a full show just talking all about this and the upcoming dates and stuff for the UK season, but there's way too much to mention here. And I would spend possibly in the next hour and a half talking all about it. So my advice to you, go to rspba.org, the website of our own headquarters. They're talking all about the majors and how to get your entry forms in and all of that. It's all up there now. Plus, of course, the RSPBA Northern Ireland branch, they have put out the most up-to-date announcement, I suppose, for all of our Northern Ireland dates. And for all of your own respective branches listening around the globe right now, please go and check your own websites. There's been so many announcements for competition dates this incoming year. It's just such a positive time to be involved in the piping scene at the moment. There's so many great dates coming, and no doubt I will mention more. Well, speaking of another one, I did want to talk about this. Lothian and Borders branch put out an announcement talking about an indoor solo piping, solo drumming, full band and a mini band competition. Now, the full bands are novice, juvenile, Grade 2 and Grade 1. For mini bands, we have Grade 4 and Grade 3. And this will all be held in James Young High School in Livingston. This will be on the 2nd of April. Now, that's very early in the season, I think. But, hey, what an awesome opportunity for bands to get a very quick run out the month before the first major in the calendar. So, they'll, put that into your date, in your calendars. Keep a record of it. 2nd of April, you're heading to Livingston there for this competition for Lothian and Borders branch. Very excited for that. And The solo event itself will be the Scottish Adult Solo Drumming Championship, and all of your entry forms and all of that are available through the Lothian and Borders website again, so go and check all of that out. All your entry forms, your playing requirements and stuff, as well as all of the band entry forms and stuff as well. Like I said, there's the novice grade, the juvenile grade, grade 2 and grade 1 for full band, and then for mini bands you have grade 4 and grade 3, so it could be worth a run out. There you are. So again, I'm asking you to go and check websites here, folks, because I could just talk and talk and talk. But my advice is honestly to get the full story and get all of the information correct. Go to the RSPBA, LothianandBorders.org. There you are. Go and check that out. Alrighty, now speaking of new dates being put in the calendar and stuff, I have to say a big announcement came across there from the Pipe Band Society, or Pipers and Pipe Band Society of Ontario. I always manage to say that wrong. The PPBSO put out a big news story there this past week saying that they are now prepared for outdoors and online competitions in 2022, which honestly is such fantastic news. They announced their all sorts of dates for this incoming year, and I'll just run through them briefly. We have Georgetown, June 11th. We have Coburg on June 18th. Kingsville, June 25th. Embryo, I could just about pronounce that right. July 4th, we have Kincardine. What? It's the stuff I'm pronouncing wrong. July 2nd with Cambridge. July 16th we have Maxville. Maxville's returning. July 29th and 30th we have Fergus. And then on August 13th we have the Alamonte. And then on the 27th. There you are. Awesome stuff. I have to say, so good to see dates going back into the calendar again, and full, props to the guys at the PPBSO for such an exciting announcement. It's great to see outdoor competitions returning as well as online portions of competitions as well. For more information, again, of course, you can go along to the website, bagpipe.news, where you can get all of this announcement on there. And how exciting it is, I suppose, to see PPBSO furiously working behind the scenes and putting dates into the calendar, which is absolutely fantastic. So there you go. Go and check that out in bagpipe.news. Moving swiftly on, I have to give a brief mention to the Front Page Bar in Ballymena. I did mention last week on the podcast that they were holding open sessions again, which is just fantastic to see. And of course, Andy McGregor and co all turned up at the Front Page Bar and had a grand old tune. And it was great to see, crowds turning up, enjoying the music, Andy playing a real blistering set every now and again, and it was just fantastic to see. So shout out to the Front Page Bar in Ballymena and throwing their open sessions again. It was absolutely brilliant to see. Fantastic. Alright, I have to give a mention to some fundraising efforts now. I have to give a mention first of all to Closkelt Development Pipe Band, who are going to be holding a bit of a coffee morning. Yeah, I will love these. Yeah, these are great. So this is on Saturday, the 5th of March in Closkelt Orange Hall. It'll be from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Everyone is welcome. And all donations are all for band funds. So shout out to Closkelt Development Band, doing a spot of fundraising there. Now, also, another band that's doing a spot of fundraising is Fraserburgh RBL, who are holding a buttery morning. Now, whenever I first read this, I thought, buttery? What's a buttery? They're going to be serving tea, coffee, and butteries. This will be on Saturday, the 19th of March, from 10 a.m. until 12, and it'll be held in Fraserburgh RBL Hall. So admission is £2.50 for an adult or £1.50 for a child. And I'm trying to figure out what a buttery is. No idea what that is. I'm sure you guys out there are now screaming at your podcast player going, Rab, do you not know what a buttery is? So, tea, coffee, and butteries. I am curious. So, let me know what a buttery is. So there you go, some fundraising efforts. It's great to see bands actually throwing little, fundraising events like this, like coffee mornings and things. And definitely, I'd love to hear from them. If you are doing a spot of fundraising for your own band and you're running a small event or anything, then please let us know here in the Rab Show. If you're throwing open a car wash or something, bake sale, let us know. Yeah, and we'll definitely give it a plug here in the show. Again, our email address, bigrabshow@gmail.com. Well, speaking of March, in the month of March, I suppose, on the 12th of March, I just want to remind you again, I know I've already mentioned it, but please do give your band secretary a bit of a shake, because that is when our RSPBA annual general meeting will be held. So, if you do want to attend and represent your band and possibly influence some future decisions, then please do go along to the RSPBA website. Again, we're joining instructions and all of that are up there now for the meeting on the 12th of March. And again, I would urge you, please give your band secretary a bit of a shake and say, hey, this AGM is happening on the 12th of March. We need to go to this. So, yeah, there you are. Like I've said it a million times before, if you want to affect change, that's where you go. So there's no point complaining about things if you don't attend the meetings. There you are. Alrighty, moving on. Now, I have to give a mention this week to Nigel from Tullylagan Pipe Band, who's doing a spot of fundraising. Yeah, he's travelling all the way to Tanzania to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, which is Africa's highest peak. What? Nigel, what are you doing? This is insane. That's so brave of him. Now, he's, of course, he's raising money for charity, of course. And now I'm going to completely pronounce this wrong. Orthomeliology Research, I suppose. Yeah. And Charis Cancer Care. Now, so he's raising money for 2 charities here in Northern Ireland. And, he has a GoFundMe page and everything. And we've shared out the links, of course, on the Big Rab Show social media. But, hi, that's awesome to see someone brave enough to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. That's no small feat by any means. And we do hope that he manages to raise loads of money for a charity here. And good luck to you, Nigel. Just figured I would give you a mention. And if Andrew Shilliday is listening to the show right now and I managed to mention Tullylagan, I always have to go, you, up the lagging. There you go. Alrighty. Speaking of new in our word of the week and everything, I have to give a big mention this week to Wake and District. Have you guys seen their brand new website? Oh my God. You talk about a website that is, it's absolutely brilliant. Very slick, I have to say. You know, with a shop on there, there's their updated news, there's photographs of members and all of what they're up to. Absolutely brilliant. I would urge you, go along and check out Wake and District's brand new website. It's outstanding. So go to rallypipeband.com. You can get it through that, or just throw it into Google, Wake and District, and go and check out their brand new website. Woo, baby. I don't know who designed it, but they done a cracking job. Absolutely brilliant. So well done to Wake and District. Absolutely love your brand new website. It's amazing. And speaking of things that I've absolutely loved this past week, I have to give a mention to Tartan Tunes. Did you guys catch the episode with Mark Saul? Yeah, joining Peter and Davey this past week. Whoo, I'm tongue-tied because I've watched this back now at least 3 times now. And their interview with Mark Saul was simply outstanding. And for those of you who are fans of Mark Saul, it was packed full of performances of old pieces that we've already heard from Mark, but they also had 2 brand new exclusive tracks from Mark that have never been released. And then Mark, completely out of the blue, just drops a bombshell on us and says, well, yeah, I'm going to drop a brand new album this year. And it's not just going to be one album, it's a double album. What? Yep, I nearly lost my mind whenever Mark said this. I'm a massive Mark Saul fan, have been for years. And his blend of, traditional music and piping along with electronic and dance music has been one that I've really enjoyed over the years, and it's been a long time since Mark Saul has released an album, but here he is on Tartan Tunes this past weekend, and he just drops that bombshell on the piping world, and we're woo. Yeah, you talk about excited. So, yeah, the 2 exclusive tracks are available on Tartan Tunes. You can go along and have a listen to that interview. I would urge you, go back and have a listen to it. It's simply outstanding. And, for Mark Saul fans, go and have a listen. You'll not regret it. The interview itself is fascinating. You get to hear Mark's opinion on the piping scene and where it is, and also talk about a bit of his piping pedigree as well. It's absolutely an awesome interview. So full congratulations to Peter Wood and Davey Hunter, who had an absolutely fantastic show. And yeah, definitely worth going back and watching that again, for sure. Alrighty, well, I have to give a mention to St. Lawrence O'Toole Pipe Band, who put up a photograph saying that they held their first band practice back in a while, I suppose. It has been a long time since St. Lawrence O'Toole have managed to get back together again for a tune, and this past weekend they did so. So, yeah, absolutely awesome to see us back in piping action again, lads. And there was a little video clip as well that pipe major Alan Tully managed to film. and the band sound as if they haven't missed a day. Now, we didn't have any drummers at the practice by the looks of things. It just looked to be the pipe corps, but that may not be the case. They may well have had the drummers there, but the video and the photo that we've seen didn't have drummers. But hey, it's just awesome to see the guys at St. Lawrence doing the business again, back to practicing ways. It's just awesome to see. Now, speaking of St. Lawrence Tool, unfortunately we had quite a sad announcement from St. Lawrence themselves about the passing of band stalwart Pádraig Carr, or as we all know him, Pat. So Pat, of course, was known as the band's PR man all the way through the early 90s. He was instrumental in securing their sponsorship deal with Beamish and also securing the band's trip to Seville in Spain in 92. He was quite synonymous with the band and really well known throughout the piping scene. And yeah, he absolutely loved everyone in St. Lawrence O'Toole and was a very valued supporting member of St. Lawrence O'Toole. I have to say, from all of us here on the Big Rab Show team, I really want to issue our sincerest condolences to Lorraine, their son Patrick, and to all of Pat's family, and of course everyone there in St. Lawrence O'Toole Pipe Band in this very sad passing. Pat will be very sadly missed by all of us in the piping scene, myself included, of course, as well. I definitely miss seeing him around the games. So, yeah, from all of us here, we do want to issue our sincerest condolences to everyone there. So, moving on, I do have to give a mention. This past week was quite an exciting week for those involved in the traditional music scene, because this past week was the final of the BBC Radio Scotland's Young Traditional Musician of the Year 2022. And yes, we did have some piping action in the final, but I'm not going to spoil it completely and tell you how blistering the set was. It was incredible, by the way, but yes, our eventual winner has been announced, and it is, of course, fiddle player Aaron Ray.
Your BBC Radio Scotland Young Traditional Musician for 2022 is Aaron Ray!
How do you feel? Speechless.
Full congratulations to Aaron, who put on a fantastic performance. We have shared out all the videos, of course. Now, we do know it's fiddle playing and all the rest, but we did think that you guys would enjoy it, you know, being trad music fans and everything. So full congratulations to Aaron Ray, who picked up the title of Young Scots Traditional Musician of the Year. Awesome to see. So you can go and check out I think the performances in that are available now on the BBC Alba iPlayer page. You can go back and watch them, so definitely worth checking that out for sure. If you are a trad music fan at all, well worth a listen. There you are. So congratulations to everyone, by the way, who was involved in that final. It was absolutely fantastic to sit and watch it, and yeah, I would urge you to go and do the same if you have the time. Definitely go and check that out.